Well, Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah, or Festivus, whichever you're into. Just dropped my wife off at work. She has to work 9 to 6 today. Hanging out over here with the birds. They got the music cranked up a little loud in the one section over here, so yeah. I actually did have a theme I wanted to talk about today. I'm trying not to make this just a Merry Christmas video, but pretty nice day here. I think it's gonna not quite get up to 70 degrees here today where I am in Florida. It's gonna be pretty nice though. Sun coming out. Yeah, I was watching some videos on YouTube this morning. This one guy has a trucking company, and I happened across this video. Popped up in my feed. He was coming in truck stop on I-75 coming into Florida out of Georgia, and then going over to the port in Jacksonville to unload some big electric fire truck or something he had. Reminded me of my days back before I started with the post office. I drove truck for a while. You know, it's interesting. It's a pain in the ass too, really bad sometimes. But it's kind of interesting. See his video up there in the cab looking down at everybody. I wonder sometimes if I could still drive one. I kept my commercial driver's license for a long time after I started at the post office. And then finally, after I was here in Florida, they started a thing in Florida. You had to get rid of your CDL unless you were keeping up on all the medical stuff, you know, like having your medical appointments and checkups all the time for the health requirements and all of that. And then they said, you know, like you could get it back if you, you know, if you ever needed to, whatever, you know, with the keep up with like the checkups and that stuff. But I figure I'm not going to have to ever worry about that again. I don't plan on going back to driving a truck. You know, this is my last career as far as I'm concerned. But I actually had a chance to maybe get a job driving a delivery truck for the post office up in Pittsburgh when I was up there one time talking to one of the the guys at the trucking part of the company. But happier doing what I'm doing now. But it's kind of interesting, the life of a trucker, you know. It would be fun to go out and just drive one around for a little bit sometime, and just for the nostalgia of it, I guess. But it really is a pain in the ass compared to driving a smaller vehicle. But I saw some interesting stuff the other day. This a video by the artist formerly known as Red Zone Mindanao. I forget what he's called now. Great Hits 24/7 or something like that, or I forget now. But he was talking about the gift that keeps on giving, which is the Mark Thornton expat tragedy story. He's put out a video every day about that, and stupid old men who go to the Philippines and find a young woman. But he kept saying again, like he does in all his videos, like getting involved with someone who is like 40 years younger than you, like what could you possibly have in common with this person? And while I see his point in some ways, the whole age gap thing, people always talk about that. What could you have in common with somebody who's a lot younger than you? The fact is, you can find somebody your own age that you don't have anything in common with, A lot of relationships end, people think they have something in common. They get married to somebody basically the same age that they are, or very close. Same basic generation or whatever. Same cultural experiences, grew up watching the same TV shows and the same movies and the same music on the radio. But is that really, what makes a marriage last or a relationship last? I don't think so. The stuff where you like go on a dating site or something and check off a checklist of this is what I'm into. I like this and this and this, and trying to find other people who like the exact same things. That really is not what makes a relationship last. And it kind of takes away the magic of finding the right person anyways, because it comes in unexpected ways a lot of times. And it's just not all about, well, we both like the same things and can talk about the exact same subjects. It's got to be about something more than that. Yeah. It's me and all the old married couples out here today. I got my pink coffee cup. I was looking for one of my other ones to pour my coffee in. I think I left them in my truck. And my wife says, hey, this one's good. I told her I guess I'm secure enough in my manliness to use a pink one on video, so. But the thing that makes a marriage last is both people have to have the same commitment to making it last. It's not because you both, watch the same TV shows or into the same exact things. My wife is into a lot of different things than I am. Especially being from the Philippines. She's like all the different Filipino shows and stuff. I personally, not a big fan of sitting around and watching Vice Ganda and all that stuff all the time. But for people who grew up on all that over there, they're into all that different stuff, and that's a part of their culture, and it makes them feel like home, And she's not into the stuff that I like, She has kind of gotten into shooting and stuff like that since she came here and got an AR-15 and all that. Likes going to the range and things like that. But she doesn't want to watch, violent, gunplay movies with me and all that sort of stuff. Though we both are into all the true crime shit and all that, so forensic files and everything. And but we both love each other, and we have the same goal, which is to have a good marriage and to have a life together. And we've got our house in the Philippines that we are going to live in someday, and all these different things, different plans, get back over to that part of the world and do some, traveling around Asia and around the Philippines and everything. And, everyone who sees us together, from the time she got over here, all our different friends and people we hang out with, and they're like, man, you guys are just such lovebirds, And everybody can see that, we're just like meant to be together, And it's got nothing to do with the fact that we're the same age or, have all these different things in common, You can find people your own age who you have nothing in common with. Age is not what determines what you have in common with someone. It's your personalities, the things the things that you're interested in. I don't mean interested in terms of trivial shit, like TV shows and movies and music and stuff. It's similar interest in where you're going in life, and what you're trying to accomplish and achieve. And sometimes you just find people that you click with and you just feel right being with them, and it just makes you feel comfortable and happy when you're with them. And it's just, it's right, That's what you're looking for in a marriage. And let's face it, a lot of marriages, you get married, especially a lot of young marriages, people get together for various different reasons, and things just don't work out. A lot of it's just because both of them are just not really in a position to even know what they want sometimes. Both of them might be great people. Maybe under other circumstances, they would still be together, But different things happen in life, and people just it's just not the right situation to be together. And that happens a lot with people who are the same age, people who grew up together, same community, everything. But a lot of times people get together and it's just more circumstances than anything. They've been together for a while, they've been going out or whatever for a long time, and everybody just thinks of them as a couple, and it's kind of like, well, it's time now to take the next step. And they end up getting married, and they grow apart. It's not it's not just about being from the same place or having the same even the same original language or place of birth or country even. There's something deeper than that. And sometimes you find that person and it just clicks, But people like to argue about, the whole age gap thing. For a lot of people, especially if they happen to have ended up with somebody who wasn't a whole lot younger than they are, it gives them a way to act like morally superior, and to act like, oh, well, somebody else is a perv or something, or, if it's somebody, especially if it's somebody they disagree with about other things, then it gives them a chance to run the person down and treat them like shit and act like, see, well, you couldn't find somebody your own age. I've been involved with people who are older than me, at different times in the past, I'm just not that interested in the age thing, other than the fact that I don't want to be with somebody who is just so old and tired of life that they don't want to keep living, I'd rather be around a lot of young people. A lot of old, grouchy people like to run down people in the younger generations, but there's a lot of really smart, bright, young people out here. And I personally find it invigorating to be around young people, who still have ambition and their whole life ahead of them, and they're thinking about what they want to achieve, and, I want to be this, I want to be that, and do these things. I'm just not one of those older people who wants to sit around and reminisce about the past all the time. And why would I want to be with, a woman who is just, thinks, okay, well, it's the end phase of our lives or something, instead of just looking forward to the future and doing more things. That's what I care about, It's like you hear about people talking about when you end your life, you should be sliding into home base battered and bruised and bloody and knowing that you gave it your all, And I want to do that. I want to live right up until that final minute, So I like to surround myself with people who still have life in them. There are people who will say it's selfish if you get involved with somebody who's a lot younger than you because, someday you're going to die. And, people die all the fucking time, get real. There are people, you can marry somebody your same age. You don't know how long you've got with them. People just unexpectedly drop dead all the time. People get run over walking across the street. They're driving down the highway, doing everything perfectly fine, obeying the speed limit, and here comes some drunk driver from the other side of the road, crashes head on into them and kills them. You don't know how long you've got with anybody whenever you get together with them. And as long as they're enjoying their life and whenever you're gone, they're still going to be taken care of and everything, who cares what the age difference is? That's just my opinion, but anyways, it's Christmas. Just got a message from my one little niece over in the Philippines. Merry Christmas, Daddy. Everybody's happy. It's that happy time of year for a lot of people, especially in the Philippines. They love Christmas, But a new year is coming soon. Actually, my wife has been following things as far as with our channel to get it monetized. I guess there's a thing on there inviting me to monetize my channel. When you have once you have a certain number of subscribers and then you get a certain number of watch hours and everything within a period of time. I told her, next year, after the 1st of January, you know, I don't want to, you know, back in the day, I got a little bit of stuff from YouTube way back when, before they changed all the stuff and made all these new requirements. But I don't want to mess with anything that's going to interfere with my taxes for 2024. I told her we'll do that after the start of January, you know. Then I don't have to worry about any of that YouTube, you know, tax stuff or whatever until 2026. But so it'll be a new year of being monetized, see what goes on. That was always kind of our goal, is like to eventually have the channel monetized before I retire someday, you know, and move to the Philippines. And I don't know that it's going to be a huge source of income anywhere down the road, but you never know what's going to happen, where I'm going to take it eventually. So that's part of our new year. Get that going. I don't know if that's going to mean annoying ads for people who watch my videos or not. I hope not, but you know, we'll see what happens there. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't have to worry about ads. It's always surprising to me when we're watching it on my wife's YouTube and an ad comes on and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, you don't have Premium. But got my Steelers sweatshirt on. We're probably going to have our 3rd loss in the last 11 days today. Was thinking about going to watch it somewhere. It's only on Netflix, I guess, which I no longer have. Yeah, my wife canceled that a while back. Found out that somebody had gotten on our Netflix. And, hey, what's up? How's it going?
I was trying to see if it was you or not. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Making another video. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's our friend Erin again.
Hi, Merry Christmas.
How's
How
it
are
go?
you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Just dropped Maville off at work at 9 o'clock.
What's that?
Maville, she's working 9 to 6
yeah,
today.
That's what Debbie told me. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They should just close Walgreens. There's no reason why they should be there. Like,
yeah. I hear you turned in your key the other day. You're
I
totally
did,
done, huh?
Totally done.
If you want to see Erin, come down here.
Yeah, you have to come see me at Cranes Roost now. I'm exclusive park ranger now.
Nice.
Yeah, not half and half anymore.
Yeah, that's good. They got you working Christmas too, though, huh?
Only for 2.5 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's 3 of us that are splitting the morning shift. So I'm out of here in 3 minutes.
Wow,
So,
nice. Nice seeing you.
Yeah, nice seeing you. I told Mavelle we gotta go out to lunch soon, so I gotta make plans with her.
We'll have to go hit the Sushiyama again for
oh my gosh, that was like the best sushi ever. I don't think I've ever ate more food in my life.
Yeah, see
Merry
ya.
Christmas, tell Mavelle I said hi.
Bye. It's our friend Erin. See, there's a nice young American woman for people. Got a job as a park ranger, going to college, and everybody bitches about the young people, and yeah, you can't find a good woman in America. What a bunch of bullshit, you know? People are just grouchy assholes, you know? Right there, that's the next generation right there, and everybody wants to bitch about them, you know? But yeah, as I was saying, my poor Steelers. We got rid of our Netflix because somebody had gotten on and added a bunch of other accounts to our name or something, so I don't know. I'm not that worried about watching them. Thought about maybe going out to Froggers today, see if they've got the game on, but actually I'll probably go pick up my wife around 1 o'clock and have lunch with her. But anyways, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and I'll see you all later.